Hey everybody, welcome to week 16. Hey, this is our last week of lecture and of content. Next week you will be handing in your second PowerPoint assignment, and then the subsequent week you will be doing your final exam. The final exam, by the way, will be cumulative in the sense that it's cumulative over the second half of this course, so weeks 9 through 16. It's not cumulative in the sense that I will be testing you on stuff that was already seen or found on the midterm. So anything from weeks 1 through 7, you will not see that come back up, at least not directly on the final exam. So that's just a quick word on that. And then, of course, the PowerPoint assignments, as you are already aware of, those need to have the voice narration. You need to make sure that you have at least two clearly defined topics. And by that, of course, we mean that you need to make sure that the topics you have are different from one another. A lot of times I saw in previous assignments where students would look at two battles of the same war. So that would really be regarded as one topic, not just two. And then, of course, you need to make sure that you focus your attention a lot on analyzing your topic by describing and assessing its impact upon the overall development of the United States in some significant way. And you really want to dig into that as much as possible. So that's what we got coming up. For this week, we're going to be looking at the post-war period known as Reconstruction. There were approximately 3 phases of Reconstruction where various politicians, congressmen, presidents attempted to reconstruct the South and try to patchwork the Union back together. The very first president to do this would be Abraham Lincoln. In fact, he forwarded his own ideas about what Reconstruction should look like in 1863 before he is assassinated in 1865. And really what Lincoln wants to do is to try and bring the Union back together as quickly as possible with as little bloodshed and conflict as possible. Lincoln's plan for Reconstruction is really very lenient. He doesn't want to punish anybody, and he really just wants to sort of get the country back together. Following his assassination, President Andrew Johnson, my bad. Andrew Johnson becomes president, and he's going to have some conflict with many people within the radical Republican side of the Republican Party within Congress, because they want to have a fundamental reconstruction of the South. That is, they want to systematically and fundamentally change the South and punish them for their actions against the Union. And Johnson is less inclined to do that. So this week we're really going to be taking a look at these 3 phases. That would be wartime Reconstruction under Lincoln, presidential Reconstruction under Andrew Johnson, and then finally congressional or radical Reconstruction, as it's sometimes called, under the Congress. In the end, Reconstruction in many ways is a failure. It closes in 1877 with the removal of Union federal troops out of the South, and many of the pro-slavery, racist politicians who were in control before the Civil War, they basically take possession of the state governments in the South, which were largely Democratic at the time, or of the Democratic Party. And much of what life was like socially before the war will get in place after the war. Indeed, many black codes and ultimately Jim Crow segregation will take root. So, lots to do, lots to cover. Just be aware of what's coming up. And you guys, you should be able to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Your summer break is on its way. So, with that, guys, if you have questions, contact me. Otherwise, as always, go in peace, be warm and filled. May the force be with you. Live long and prosper, and may the odds forever be in your favor. Have a blessed week, guys.